Here we are on a built-up asphalt roof, and we're going over here and look at the neighbors, and you see that is their bathroom fan, and that is a couple of 3-inch PVC pipes, some modified, and some tar. Well, here we are over here. We just drilled ourselves a 4¼ inch hole for what kind of event you should have in a modified. This is a fully soldered. You can see it right here. Fully soldered vent with, bird screen and insect nest repellent. 4-inch flange on all sides, and nice 4¼ inch hole drilled here. You slide the sucker right in there. That'll be fully embedded, and then this lady who owns this property, she actually recoats her roof, and I guess the main neighbor must as well. It's thick, but it's beautiful. For a built-up roof, this is what it should look like. Nice, smooth, not much alligator. Pretty nice looking job. Chimney, I never liked a chimney covered in tar, but if I was going to have one, this would be the one. And it's got a nice chimney crown, nice terracotta one. And we're going to go ahead and screw this in now. Okay, so here we are about, I don't know, a third of the way through the install. So what you do is you basically get yourself some cement, and you embed it maybe, I don't know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch thick or so, and give it a little bleed out. Here we don't want much because this is a modified roof, and this is being maintained. So you just want enough to embed the bottom, a little bit of surface around the top, and then what will happen is on the next recoat, what they'll do is they'll go ahead and put some roof glass and some hot asphalt, and it'll be integral into the roof, and it'll no longer depend really on this mastic, this flash and patch. It'll actually be. Now next will be some Firestone rings and screws. I'll go down here and catch the wood and keep it, nice and tight. And I think we have 24 inches from the flange to the top. Make sure that snow won't block the old stinky poo. Anyway, let's move on. All right, here we are. We have it embedded. We have it screwed down. You can see a nice long ring. Nice. It's really you get the idea. So we got the screws in, with the flange embedded, and then now we're going to talk about until such time as they get back and they hit this with some hot. What we're going to do here. Pardon me for letting the camera zoom into infinity. What we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and grab a little bit of roofing asphalt here. We're going to go ahead and cover the nail holes, but what we're going to do is we're going to stay a hair back from the pipe. What's going to happen is when they come back with some hot asphalt, they are going to embed that themselves. And that's a totally different company, providing a different service. I do not do hot. God bless you if you do, but for me, it's not where it's at. And just go ahead and keep it to a minimum. And there we go. Just enough maybe cover the rings so we don't get any wicking. Add a little bit. Remember, several thin coats, much better than one big thick one. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to know what happens to, even roads, they get pitted and alligatored. So thinner, more layers, better. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take some of this fiber mesh here, and just like any kind of reinforcement, it adds a lot of strength and durability and connects this flange, which might have a little bit of a little movement in it for the future until it settles in. And this is really integral to a lasting repair. This is watertight right now, but what will happen is this will shrink and maybe get a crack or pit or suck in, swell in a little bit, shrink around the underneath the flange. Maybe leave a water channel. I doubt it, but it's a possibility, easily avoided with 3.5 minutes for work and 50 cents worth of reinforcement. Okay, so here we go. What you do is when you want to reinforce this, You cut a bunch of 6, 8 inch, whatever the size, corresponding size piece, to make a bunch of pieces to go around this ring, overlapping each other as much as it is necessary, which isn't too much. But you can see here, when you finally get it all embedded, just like putting a sticker down or anything else, you don't want to see any bare fibers. See this over here? I'm not sure if you can make that out. If you look right there, you'll see it's lifted up, and you just kind of embed it. It's nice if you take something like this and pin it down and then draw it out. That way it doesn't wiggle around. That's very important on hot days when this becomes more fluid and malleable. 50-cent word of the day. And you just kind of work it until you feel you're satisfied. You know, you're not going for, you know, work of plaster art, but definitely smoother, better, getting out all the air, better job. And like I said, stay away from that solder joint. Hot guys will mesh to that, and they'll build this up a little bit and mop it around a little bit. But what'll happen is this is a lot more like hydrocarbons. It'll tend to separate and pull, and it won't stick as good. You know what I mean? So you just go ahead and say that for the hot mop crew, because they're willing to work with hot asphalt. God bless them, because I am not. All right, don't forget, rate, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching.